Looking for a fast-charging, ultra-responsive stylus for your iPad? Meet the 2X Fast Charge Active Stylus Pen, designed for 2018 to 2025 Apple iPads. Take your creativity and productivity to the next level. Click the link in the video description to shop now on Amazon.
Pub becomes first in UK to ban smoking in beer garden. A pub landlord thinks he could be the first in the country to ban smoking across the whole premises, including the beer garden. John Garrod, who owns the Hope Inn in Hythe, Kent, says his pub mostly attracts diners who don't want to breathe in secondhand smoke while they eat. The 72-year-old non-smoker has faced some criticism from locals who have described the ban as woke, but he stands by his decision. You only need one person to be smoking a cigarette, and their smoke is wafting over several other people, which makes it slightly less pleasant than it would otherwise be, he said. So, the obvious action to take is to stop smoking within the garden, for the comfort of the majority. Not many of our customers smoke because of the demographic we attract. Most of them will eat, rather than just drink. Through the summer, the garden gets very, very busy with people eating. The government said last summer it was contemplating banning smoking in outdoor hospitality settings, but ditched the plans after a backlash from the industry. But Graham decided to introduce his own rules, with customers now having to leave the Hope Inn's premises entirely to smoke. Those who fail to follow the rules will be politely asked to leave, he said, adding that there are several other places they can visit if they want to smoke. It's completely their choice, he said. There are some good pubs in the area, which I reckon is where the drinkers and the smokers go. We don't really have many people that drink without eating, and we don't have the 5 pints a night guys or anything like that. It's not our style, and we're probably a bit expensive if you're only drinking, to be honest with you. Just under 19% of adults in Folkestone and Hythe were smokers in 2023, officials' figures show, which is the highest proportion in Kent and well above the national average of almost 12%. Among those critical of Graham's decision is customer Sarah Hopper, who said, "That's a shame, John. You know I love your pub, but I think that's crazy. Why shouldn't I enjoy a ciggy in the garden with my 6 pounds pint? It's not harming anyone else. I work hard not to be nannied. Ridiculous." Debbie Marsh, who doesn't smoke, also disagreed with the decision, saying, "I've never smoked in my life, but I don't agree with that. Not in the garden, you could lose a lot of customers." Another woman, Sophie Pendragon, posted, "One of my few joys left is a cigarette and a glass of wine in a pub garden. My garden is a cheaper option anyway, but I liked helping our local businesses." Andy Heath simply wrote, "Go woke, go broke." But the move also has its supporters. Anne Longstaff wrote online, "This is a great decision," one said. "Some smokers are selfish and don't care who they puff their smoke at. A lot of people sit outside in the lovely garden area, not just smokers, just to enjoy the nicer weather and sunshine with their dogs after a nice walk, for example, so I don't see what's woke about it." Graham hopes the new rule will attract more new customers than it loses. Some people don't understand it, although a lot of smokers do understand it and are very agreeable with it, Graham added. But smokers don't smell smoke, so they don't appreciate the discomfort other people are going through. The overwhelming majority of people are non-smokers and would rather not have smoke drifting over them while they're eating. I think we'll probably gain business over it. There are some very, very nice customers that we have that do smoke, and I'm sad to lose them. But I'm a business, and I need to attract the majority of people, not the minority. I think we may be the first to do it, but we won't be the last. If it's voluntary and not legislation, I think some pubs will be non-smoking gardens, and some pubs will be drinkers and smokers pubs. And I think that's perfectly fine. Currently, vaping is still allowed in the garden at the Hope Inn. Mr. Garrod, whose wife Noi runs the pub's adjoining Thai street food restaurant, believes vaping is less intrusive, but says he will see how it goes. Get in touch with our news team by emailing us at webnews@metro.co.uk. For more stories like this, check our news page. More Nazi mystery that left 3 Brits dead, finally solved after 82 years. More teenager pleads guilty to terror offenses after sharing Islamic State propaganda. Era. More, who is the Night Watcher? Violent burglar who stole £10 million and hasn't been caught. Stay on top of the headlines with daily email updates. This site is protected by Ray CAPTCHA and the Google privacy policy and terms of service apply. Your information will be used in line with our privacy policy.